Capricorn.
Hello Capricorn, this is your July forecast for 2016, and this month for you is all going to be mainly focused on relationships, how you interact with those people that you deal with one-on-one, whether this is your spouse, your loved one, or somebody that you work with very close as a partner. We have the moon, the new moon, the sun, Mercury, and Venus here, and it's shining through the sign of Cancer. Even though you are Capricorn, you're going to feel the Cancerian feeling, because this is where the planets are transiting. This is what you're going to be absorbing, how the Cancerians normally feel on their day-to-day basis, because now you're just going to have it for these next few weeks. And the Cancerians really absorb things through their emotions. They are sensitive at heart. They like to nurture. They like to give. You have Cancer in your 7th house here in your solar chart. And so now when the sun and the new moon and Mercury and Venus is here, Mercury's wanting to communicate the things that you need to be nurtured. You will be more aware of what your partner is needing this month. You will be good about communicating it. You will be good about sharing it, because Venus is here. Venus wants to secure and feel grounded here. So you will see how this is going to interact between you, your partner, your needs, his or her needs. But you have the full moon in your 1st house, which has to do with you. That's the full moon in your sign, Capricorn. This will be on July 19th, 27 degrees here in Capricorn. And it had just then, hours before, passed over Pluto. So you will feel there, probably starting on the 18th, that things are intensifying emotionally here for a situation between you and your partner, how you're wanting to deal with it. Probably so expect that there could be a very important communication or talk that needs to be balanced out here at that time. But the illumination is all about you here under this full moon. The new moon will be on July 4th, so happy celebrations. What a great evening to have a new moon, so we can see all the fireworks go off in that dark sky. That will be 12 degrees in Capricorn, no, 12 degrees in Cancer, in your 7th house for partnerships. So 4th of July is absolutely great for you, love, interaction with your loved one or your significant other, or maybe you'll find somebody new if you are single. So the new moon is when we place our intentions, and the intention this month should be all about now partnerships, right? How you want them to function in a harmonious way, and how you would like it to be, not just for this month, but you're planting seeds for the whole entire year. Remember that. That's what the new moons are about. It will be a year before the new moon will visit this part of your chart again. But so, yes, balance between you, your partner, emotions. This month of July is all about how they can come together, how they can gel, how you can perfect or balance out those things that you have in common, getting on the same page, or also, if need be, weed out a few things as well. We had June, which was a month a little bit more that had to do with busyness and challenges. And if you're listening to this forecast early on here in June, well, then you're probably still right in the midst of all of that. But as we start off here in July, Capricorn, we're starting off beautifully with Venus, which is love and romance, the things that you hold close to heart. It feels like there's so much enthusiasm. Jupiter is coming in. Jupiter will want to expand what you believe in. It wants to give you what you deserve. You're going to feel that. Suddenly it's like one door after the other opening up here after a period of time where Jupiter has been sleeping for so long. But you'll see now that she's back on track. She's on your side, looking out for you. On the 3rd, though, we have also hopes and dreams, visions, those things that are important to you. And whenever we have beautiful transits like we have here on this day, we want to not just be aware of to dream, but to dream big while you have the chance for it. Neptune is our inner vision. It's that clairvoyant part in all of our psyche where we're able to envision and see things on the horizon. And so when you dream big, this is laying the grounds for you to achieve it at a later point. Not saying it's happening right here, right now, today, but it's opening your mind for coming possibilities. Therefore, it's very important. And I feel that those hopes, dreams, visions might just be tying in to love factors. Could be money factors. That's just because also Venus is so close to what's going on here. Venus rules love and romance, but also money. And on the 6th, we have that Venus in a golden beam here to Mars, which is drive and ambitions and goals and whatnot. So we can see how those paths are actually now coming together, opening a door just like on the 1st. But it's also very romantic energy. As Venus and Mars, it's the female male, as you know. And when the chemistry is running, you can expect passion, intensity, things just really correlating and coming together beautifully. So that whole first week, beautiful in July. However, though, a little awareness here on the 7th, it's not really a day to have any deeper talks or important communications, just because the Sun and Mercury, Venus also, are all jangled up here with first Pluto and then Uranus and then Pluto again. And what does that mean? The Sun being you, Venus the things you love, Mercury the way you communicate and the way you take in and listen. It's just in opposition and it squares, meaning we're butting heads, we're not seeing it the same way. So it's not a good day to have any negotiations or any talks, especially not important talks. And since you have both the Sun, Mercury, and Venus in the 7th house, this would pretty much be within the area of partnerships with your beloved. It could also be anybody you work with closely, one-on-one. There's this need to kind of like come up with things that you might have been suppressing for a while, and you might come to say something you might regret. Now, this isn't just you personally here. Of course, Capricorn, this could be your partner or whoever is around you that day. Might be a little short-tempered, might snap, might say something that they will regret. So the thing is, if you start feeling that energy build, just step aside. From the 8th onwards, you're good to go. Okay, so just lay low on the 7th. On the 8th, Mercury and Jupiter, Mercury being communication, Jupiter expanding with faith and hope and enthusiasm. One's sense of humor is back to play. This is a day that you could actually have that talk. So if you can delay that one day from the 7th into the 8th, you're great to go, as you are also on the 10th. So between the 8th and the 10th, I feel any talks, not just with your partner, but if you're giving a presentation, then you will really have a lot of depth and a lot of humor also in what it is you're trying to relay. So great time for it. It's a good time to negotiate. It's a good time to ask for a raise or get a, I won't necessarily say promotion, but a promise of something. So this isn't really work related. This is more you and partner related, in fact. For those of you out traveling, well, Jupiter is in your 9th house. Jupiter is very much so present here between the 8th and the 10th. It can be a beautiful time to travel or meet people from faraway places. If you have been waiting for, say, publishing contracts and so forth, visas or whatnot, any kind of legal documentations, this would be a wonderful time for that to pass through and give you a green light. Not the best of time to make any hasty decisions in the week between the 11th and 16th, just because there's so much happening over here that seems to be a little all over the map, okay? Uranus is not treating you, the Sun, or Mercury really well. It's like if you're trying to get some information, You might not get a hold of it. Maybe people are out and about or offices are closed due to vacation. Whatever. A little bit frustrating, but it's not really a biggie. But from the 16th onwards and straight throughout the month, so the last 2 weeks there is actually looking really well here in July. I'm seeing on the 16th that you can have some good news coming your way. I feel it could be about money, it could be about love. Right now here I'm sensing that this again has to do with your significant other. There might be a promise coming your way, Capricorn, or it might be you wanting to promise here your partner something. And the intention is deep, it is good, it's genuine, and I'm seeing how either you or your partner is going to put some action behind it to sort of prove it and its validity on the 16th. On the 19th, I see you taking your sense of authority, your inner sense of authority, what is important to you, and bringing it out in whatever communication. Now, for you, Saturn being involved here, it's coming from your 12th house, Mercury now here into your 8th house, has to do with shared resources or getting on the same page where you're speaking the same language, knowing what both of you as partners now can come to trust and rely on. The 20th and the week through to the 27th, Venus here now really absorbing all of this good love, good feel, the nurturing that has been going on here through its passage through Cancer, now moving into the sign of Leo. So Leo is all about fun, joy, happiness, expressing itself, being the midpoint. And so here on the 20th, beautiful time for you to really feel that what was communicated. You might have had a deeper talk there on the 19th. Great time for it. On the 20th, there might be some feedback coming your way, letting you know that your partner has heard you, or it might be you reaffirming your partner that you heard him or her. And so here I'm seeing how things coming together, solidifying itself, and Saturn will always look out for you to ground things in a good way. That's what we're getting. So communication will run really sweet there between the 20th, 27th, the end of the month, where you're feeling that you have obtained what you set out to do this month of July. July is your opposite sign, so you're really seeing the other end of your subconsciousness projected into that 7th house. This is why everybody else is going to be important to you as far as your close relationships this month, because they represent that 7th house where you represent the 1st house. If that makes sense for those of you who are into astrology. But listen here, the tarot readings for July, they will be uploaded as well, and they will give you a whole lot of additional information of what you can come to expect here this month. And I will put them up on a link here where you can see the little I button, the information button. Just click on it, and up will come the playlist. There you'll find your moon and rising sign readings here for the astrology and also the tarot. So it's easier there than go looking for it there on YouTube. And I'll see you next month or in August. So have a great summer here, Capricorn. Bye now.